Hey, I'm Fucci and welcome to Tiny Kitchen Big Taste. We have got a molto bene show for you today. We're making spaghetti carbonara. Now this decadently rich and creamy Italian classic is one of my all-time favorites. Hey, if it's wrong to combine bacon and eggs with pasta and cheese, then I don't want to be right. I just want to bring it. So what you're gonna need is spaghetti, olive oil, pancetta, eggs, pecorino romano, salt, and pepper. You'll also need a large pot for the pasta, a frying pan, large mixing bowl, glass measuring cup or coffee cup, tongs, a whisk, and a sharp knife. Surprisingly, this is not one of the dishes I had growing up. I don't know why that is, but frankly, I think it's wrong. Good thing a friend of mine ordered it a couple years ago for dinner, and I got to taste a bite of it. Oh, Maron, forget about it. It was my new favorite dish. Now, the cool thing is it's not a terribly difficult sauce to make, but it does take a little finesse to get it just right. But after a few attempts, it becomes like this beautiful, well-choreographed dance in the kitchen. But don't worry about it. I am gonna walk you through it step by step, and we'll get through it together. We're gonna start by boiling some pasta in some heavily salted water. While the pasta's boiling, we can prepare the ingredients for our sauce. We've got 2 whole eggs in our large mixing bowl. To that, we're gonna add 1 egg yolk, just a pinch of pepper, and then we will whisk this up. To our eggs, we're gonna add pecorino romano cheese. Now, you can use Parmesan cheese if you can't find pecorino romano. This is traditional in this recipe. It's made from sheep's milk. It tends to be just a touch saltier and also have just a little bit more of a bite. We'll mix that in. We'll set this aside and then we're gonna dice up our pancetta. What? It's already diced up for us? Thank you, Trader Joe's. I found it already diced in the grocery store, which is great because it saves us just a little bit of time. Now, if you can't find it already diced up, go to your deli counter, have them slice you a 1/4 inch thick slice of pancetta and cut it up yourself. Now, traditionally this recipe uses guanciale, which is actually a pork cheek or pork jowl, but pancetta is hard enough to find as it is, so forget about that. Use the pancetta, and if you can't find pancetta, just use a real thick slice of bacon. Now, let's check our pasta. Right before we drain the pasta, we want to reserve some of the pasta water. And we'll just set that aside, and then we will drain the pasta. So in a frying pan over medium-low heat, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil and our pancetta. Give that a stir. Now we're using the lower heat because we want to render the pancetta, which means the fat melts away from the meat. We want the pancetta to cook a little bit slower until it develops this great color. At this point, we're going to add our pasta into our pan. See what I mean? It becomes this well-choreographed dance. Soon you'll be making the pasta and going straight from the pasta into the sauce. Get the pasta all nice and coated. We're going to add a little bit of the pasta water. The starch from the pasta water helps to really develop the sauce, make it a little bit thicker. At this point, we're gonna turn off the heat, but since we're using an electric stove, we're gonna completely take it off the burner because we don't wanna scramble the eggs. Slowly add our eggs into our pasta. Again, the key is not to scramble it, so just move quickly. Oh, look at that pasta come together. Look at that creamy sauce. Very excited. It's time to plate it up. So check this out. We finish it off with a little black pepper, some pecorino romano, cheese. Oh, the smell of bacon is in the air. Happy. And you will be too when you go get the recipe for this. It's available on our website. You can also check us out at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And when you try this recipe, please let us know about it in the comments below and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, I'm Fucci reminding you that if I can make spaghetti carbonara in a kitchen this tiny, you can make it in yours. We'll see you next time on Tiny Kitchen Big Taste. So good. Spaghetti carbonara. Spaghetti carbonara. Spaghetti carbonara. Spaghetti carbonara.